First things first, we're gonna have to address the elephant in the room, that a lot of my social media success came from a shout out from Peter McKinnon. Let's just talk about that straight away. The rules of social media, success on social media and in life are oftentimes unspoken, unwritten, just kind of like stuff you have to somehow figure out and navigate yourself. And this stuff is really hard to talk about, okay? I didn't want to make the video because it's very hard to talk about, and when you put words to this stuff, it starts sounding kind of ridiculous at times, all right? But I'm doing it. There's 8 different points that I need to make, different mindsets and rules that I want to just try to put a voice to. I'm probably gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm probably gonna mess stuff up. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to help, but I am super passionate, and it's maybe gonna sound like a rant a little bit. Before we dive in, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring the video. Skillshare is a platform with thousands of courses to help you learn all of this sort of stuff, all of any sort of stuff. My most recent course that I just finished, which was fantastic, was from Amber Schaefer about comedy writing, like making videos that are comical. I'm taking notes the whole time, like just a fantastic course, would highly recommend it, or any of the courses if you are into learning, if you're into growing. Check out Skillshare. It's only 10 bucks a month if you get the annual subscription, and the first 1,000 people to hit the link in the description are gonna get a free trial of the premium membership. Click it, get it, try it. Skillshare, you're awesome. Unwritten rules, elephant in the room, Peter McKinnon, shout out, Cody, growth. All right, we're just diving right in, I guess. We're just going for it. I get DMs all the time. People saying, hey, I know you reached out to Peter to make a video with him and it worked. And so I'm reaching out to you to make a video with you because I wanna grow. And there's a lot there that we're gonna get into. The point of clarification that I wanna make first is I didn't reach out to Peter, at least directly. He reached out to me. And that is generally how collaborations work, where you are reaching out to somebody and you're offering them a hand. What you need to realize though is that it wasn't. To this day, if you ask Pete, did you help grow Cody's YouTube channel? Did you shout out Cody? Are you responsible for Cody's success? To this day, he will say no. Because he's just a humble, freaking awesome person. So he'll say no, and here's the reason why, is he's looking at, Cody had put in 180 videos, he was daily vlogging. Everything that he got as a result of being on my channel was all him. That's how Pete thinks about it. And that's a mindset that if you can hone the idea, kind of a humble mindset of what you have to offer and who you are and what the actions that you take, the effects that they have, if you can view that stuff in a way where you give credit outside of yourself as much as possible, that's one of the keys here. Collaboration is like 4th on the list. We're just getting into it right now. With collabs, let me just break down, make it plain, how it worked with Pete before he and I were friends, before we had gone to Belfast together and Canada and all the other trips, and before all of that, before we knew each other personally, how it went. I made a couple of videos that mentioned Pete's name in the title. At the time I was calling him Peter McKinnon because it's Peter McKinnon, right? And he saw a couple of them, but the one that he saw, and as a result, reached out to me on Twitter and said, hey, you should come make a video with me, was this video where I was relating to him in a funny and human way. We're both dads, he had just had a new baby, and I saw this kind of funny opportunity to be able to make this fun video about being a babysitter editor. It's a longer story than I want to tell you the whole thing right now, but he saw that video and related to me human to human. Did I realize right away when I got that DM from Pete that this was a massive opportunity? Yes, 100%. And like I was, you know, I freaked out. I was so excited. There was no means to an end. You know, he wasn't seeing me as a means to an end, and I wasn't seeing him as a means to an end. Just a person looking at another person saying, that seems like a cool person, I want to work with them. The takeaway from that is just Reach out to people who you know for sure you have something to offer, whether it's a spotlight like Pete gave to me, whether it's some sort of tech or technique or whatever it is. Reach out to people that you know for sure you're pulling them up, that the value is there. Do it in a humble way, all right? Where it's just, it's human to human. There's no means to an end about it. And that is easier said than done because we all want something. We all are trying to get something. We're all trying to grow on this platform or be successful in life. But we as people are so good at immediately identifying when someone's trying to use us as a means to an end. And you have to fight that urge. You have to really come to the table human to human. Second thing, growth mindset. I've messed this up. I've messed this all up. You've messed it up. All the people in my DMs have messed it up. We've all messed this up. That's fine. That is totally fine. I am of a growth mindset where we are not fixed in our ability to communicate with others and our ability to grow and our ability to make videos and none of that is fixed. It's all growth. It's all changing. It's all able to be changed if we're willing to work on it. So whatever mistakes you've made in the past, that's fine. You can stop right now and you can start taking positive action that's gonna help you, all right? That's gonna just take everything else I say falls into that. A growth mindset where you're not fixed. It doesn't matter if you made a bunch of mistakes. Moving forward today, you're gonna make a bunch more, but you're gonna keep on growing. And that is really baseline key to success in social media and in life. Let's talk about desperation, okay? It never works, or at least very rarely. I'd say 95% of the time it doesn't work. When we are also very good at feeling desperation. When someone comes to the table, you're on Clubhouse and someone hops onto stage and you can hear desperation where someone needs to make this work in order for XYZ to happen, desperate to find success. And unfortunately, that desperation oftentimes does the exact opposite of what it's aimed to do. The one time that desperation works is with people who really truly love you already. When someone who you love comes to you in desperation, you're going to help them. But when it comes to new people, when it comes to kind of the community, the social media community, the people that we're all talking to and hanging out with, coming in desperation rarely is going to get you what you want. Instead, coming with a mindset of, if this doesn't work out, if this conversation isn't fruitful, if this video doesn't get views, if this whatever doesn't work, that's totally fine because there's always the next one. If this friendship doesn't work out, that's totally fine. That's okay. I can sit back. I'm cool. I'm cool within my own skin. It's all okay. Coming with that, some people call it an abundance mentality. Coming with the idea that you're not desperate for anything. Even when your back's against the rope, even when you're about to go bankrupt, even when you're 50K in credit card debt, you're not desperate, okay? You're just taking one step at a time and you're gonna get through this. You gotta hold that in your head in every single interaction that you have. I know this is deep stuff, but I just started thinking all about this today, and let's move on. Self-promotion on social media. It very rarely works. Again, unless people already know you and love you. If they don't know you yet, if they're just meeting you, whether it's in a video or on Twitter or on an Instagram DM, if they're just meeting you for the first time and you're hitting them hard with the self-promotion of this is what I've got and you should take this thing and get, one of my favorites is sorry to annoy you, but could you check out this account? It's if you already know that you're annoying me, how on earth do you think that this will work? Self-promotion, it doesn't work, okay? Instead, coming to the table with a value first, kind of what do I have to give, how can I help mentality, the people who come to you with that mentality, it's like drinking a glass of cold water. It's so refreshing because we've all got it twisted. So many of us have it twisted where we're just coming and you can easily see that this person that is coming to you is just out to advance themselves, out to get what they want. And so when someone comes with kind of the opposite mentality, the opposite spirit, It is so refreshing. So come with that, what do I have to give mentality, and then give freely. And this goes back to that abundance. Like, you've got so much inside of you. You got so many ideas. You got so much to give. Do not hold back. All right? Give. And of course, take breaks when you need to take breaks. Recharge when you need to recharge. Like, listen, be in tune with yourself and ask for help when you need help from those people that love you. Come with a giver's mentality and give away as much as you possibly can here on social media and again in life. This is gonna sound a bit counterintuitive, but when it comes to sales, do not be afraid to sell. Ever. It is much better to sell. Again, should this be your first thing? In most cases, no. Your first step shouldn't be the sale, right? Go back to the section on self-promotion, listen to that again. Don't do that. But when it comes to sales, do not be afraid to sell. If you're gonna sell, which we all need to sell, we're all constantly selling, whether it's an idea to our loved ones, whether it's getting our kids to eat dinner at night, whether it's getting a promotion or just pitching a project at work, whether it's making a video, we're all selling all the time. And the best salespeople are the ones who do it without any sort of hesitation, without any sort of reservation of, oh, I gotta sell you this thing. That's the, I hate to annoy you, but no. You need to come in full, transparent, this is what I've got, it's valuable, and I wanna sell it to you. Okay, don't shy away. There's a bunch of sales books out there and they all say we are born as salespeople as children. Like, children are the best salespeople in the universe. They're persistent, they know what they want, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. And then we kind of get that taught out of us. But you need to embrace who you are as a salesperson. Do not be afraid to sell. When it's time to sell, be clear about it. You're making a sale and you believe in what you're selling and you know that it's going to help the person that you're selling it to. Do not shy away from sales on social media or in life. There's a great quote. I don't know who it's from. You can accomplish anything that you want in life as long as you don't care who gets the credit. When it comes to credit, we can again be super kind of hold up credit. This, I did that and I did that. The more you can just give credit, not just where credit's due, but to all of the little places where people are always constantly forgetting, like, oh yeah, I did have that leg up, and oh yeah, I did, this person did pull me up. The more you can give credit away from yourself, and again, lift people up around you, the ones who helped you to get where you are, the better, all right? Because that sort of energy that you're putting out into the world is just gonna be around you, and the people around you are gonna be giving you credit, and it's just gonna be this whole credit cycle, and it's gonna be rad, all right? So don't worry about who gets the credit, just do good stuff, put it out in the world. I'm serious about that, just do good stuff, put it out in the world. The last thing is, again, I'm not great at this, none of us are really great at this. We need to do a better job evaluating where we truly are. All right, our current level of success, because there are so many people in the world who have it so much worse off than us. And I know that that's cliche, but it is so incredibly true. And if you can honestly sit here and say, there's no one that I can reach out to try to pull up, like, you just gotta take a step back and realize there are a lot of people who you could give a hand up to help get to where you're at. And again, that energy, once you are able to, in a self-aware way, kind of realize where you're at and how far you've already come, you're giving yourself that much firmer of a foundation to launch off of. This is how to live in a fulfilled way. Okay, hit that link in the description. First 1,000 of you are gonna get to try out Premium Skillshare. I hope this was helpful. If you got questions, hit me up on Twitter. Let's get this thing.